Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to the next video. So in this video we are going to discuss about a problem which is basically asked in off-campus interview. The coding challenge, that is basically hacker rank coding challenge. Okay, so in fact it was not hacker rank guys, it was asked in the hacker earth coding challenge, and the company name was basically Renault Systems, and you might have heard this one. Okay, so here you can see I don't know whether it is completely visible or not, your assessment.hackerearth.com. Here I have included the screenshot of the question, and also I have solved this question completely guys. So these are not like a typical question which will be like a static one, like you will be having some paragraph and after that you need to create some logic, and after that you can implement it in 10-15 minutes. So that was pretty much easy level of questions which will be asked in kind of TCS, Wipro and all those big MNC companies. But the companies which are actually like product based companies and the mid startups, so they will be focusing more on they will be having a more package, but obviously the type of questions which they will be asking are from either from HackerRank or from Hacker Earth they will be asking. So this was one of those companies, and yes, so the question was on dynamic programming guys basically. Okay, so the question, what it says, and actually if you see the question is around 6 pages guys. Okay, so like in normally if you see the questions will be of only 1 or 2 pages, but the HackerRank questions will be having 6 pages. They will give complete description, complete code description. After that they will tell what need to be done. So I'll just zoom into the question so that you will be able to see it properly. And for this question, let me tell you that I have already executed this one guys, and here is the complete code. So I am going to tell you line by line why the hell I have written this particular for loop, after that why this if loop, after that why this hell. Like you might have seen some programmers who have written like, okay, so this particular block is doing particular A thing, after that this particular block is doing the B thing, and that's it. So they will be giving the explanation for code like that, but believe me, I'm going to give you pinpoint explanation like each and everything, why this variable and why this line. So just be with me in this video guys up till end. Okay, fine. So I'll just read out the question completely, after that understand the logic. So I'm going to write with the help of digital pen here. So completely understand the logic, then only we'll start writing the code. I have written the code, I'll just explain you. Okay, so why the things like this and all those things. So I'll just zoom in a little so that you'll be able to see the code properly. Okay, so I think now it's fine guys, and I will make it like middle. Oh, that is changing, right? It's Control Z. Okay, so now image I have selected and I will put it in the middle portion. Okay, so the heading of this question is basically maximum work, and they have given only this paragraph. Okay, so Bob has n workers, and let me tell you one thing guys, basically this was the second question. There was another one question which was on the arrays, and that I already solved. Okay, so here you can see this was the problem which was asked in the same company. Okay, so for that I have already made a video of 40 minutes, so if you have not seen that, you can just check it out in the description or else in the I button you will get. Fine. So now coming to the question, Bob has n workers working under him. So Bob is a person who has got n workers who are working under him. The ith worker has some strength Wi. So basically there is one ith worker whose energy will be Wi, okay, currently. Then he has m tasks pending with him, and after that he has got m tasks to do. Each task can be assigned to only one worker. So each task should be assigned to only one worker. That means one task should be done by only one worker itself. Okay, fine. To do particular task, I strength SI is required. That means if you want to do a particular thing, particular task SI, then you need to burn your I calories, or I can say I units of energy. So SI, that is SI is required. Strength SI should be there if you want to do that particular thing. Okay, SI is required, fine. After that, that is a task I can be done by a worker only if his strength is greater than or equal to SI. That means if the strength of the worker is greater than or equal to SI, then only he will be able to see do the task. The particular, let us say to go from one city to another city, you need to have some 500 joules of energy. Okay, so if you don't have you should have that much of energy or greater than that energy, then only you should be able to go from one city to another city. So the same thing you can apply here. So if you want to do a particular task, then you should have energy which is greater than or equal to SI units. That is as simple as that. Okay, fine. Okay, after that, Bob has K magical pills. Okay, so that Bob has got some magical pills. Taking a magical pill will increase the strength of a worker. So if a worker takes a magical pill, then his strength is going to increase. He will get some energy. I think he has got glucose in his pocket. I mean, in those pills. Just joking, guys. Okay, after that, Bob gives pills to workers optimally such that the maximum number of tasks can be done. So here what Bob does is, he will basically see the situation of a worker, and after that he will give the pill to a particular worker. And only intention of Bob is to get maximum works done by the workers. So that's it about the description of the problem, guys. And now coming to the task. What you need to do? Task is basically what you need to do. Determine the maximum number of tasks that can be completed. That means maximum number of works that can be completed by the workers. You need to find out how many works are done by particular workers and within those criterias. Note one based indexing is followed, and don't worry about that one. Just they are saying that I will be indexing the numbers from 1. Okay, fine. After that, assumptions k is equal to 10, b is equal to 1, n is equal to 3, w is equal to 10, 5, 4, m is equal to 3, s is equal to 15, 4, 20. And now you will be wondering what the hell is this k, b, n, w, m and s. So when you go to the next slide, you will come to understand. Just wait for few seconds. Okay, I'm just scrolling down, guys, and here the same thing like m, s, all those things are there. Approach. So approach will be basically, you can see there are many ways to assign work to different tasks. Some of the ways are, Bob can assign task 2 to worker 2. So basically, in order to understand this, guys, if you want to understand this, then what I can say is, basically you should see simultaneously the array you should see. So let me just create an array for you guys. Here I will write the array and I will then explain so that you can understand. So our work array is basically this much. Only this much you understand now. 10, 5, 4. So these are the strengths of the workers, guys. Okay, after that there are jobs. One job needs 15 units of energy. After that, second job needs 4 units of energy. Third job needs 20 units of energy. Okay, fine. So this is what, these are the worker energy levels, W, E, and this is what, guys, required strength. So I will say strength. So this much strength is required to do this task. So what Bob can do? So for this example they are telling, okay, Bob can assign task 2 to worker 2. So if I name these things like, this is worker 1, worker 2 and worker 3. This task 1, task 2 and task 3. Sorry, I said this to the worker. Okay, so these are the workers. Okay, so they are the workers, I can say. Okay, so he's worker 1, worker 2 and worker 3. Okay, fine. After that, Bob can assign task 2 to worker 2. Basically, see here, guys, task 2. So task 2 need 4 units of energy and worker 2 is having 5 units of energy. So obviously this can be done. That means the task 2 is assigned to worker 1. That means one task has been done. Okay, result will be having 1 now. Okay, and he can give 5 pills to worker 1. So you can see here worker 1 is there whose strength is 10, and obviously the number of pills in this case, they will be represented by K, and its value is 10, guys. So these are the number of pills, and by taking one pill you will be getting how much energy? You will be getting 1 unit of energy, that is represented by B. In our case, in this particular example, whatever you have just seen, right? So those things. Okay, fine. So here, if I give 10 pill, okay, already the worker is having 10 units of energy, and to do the task we need 15 units. So how many pills that should be given to the worker 1? Obviously 5 pills. If I give 5 pills to him, then his energy will be 15. and he can do the work easily. So the same thing is done. 5 pills to worker 1 has been given and his strength is increased to 15. Then assign task 1 to him. Okay, now task 1 is also done. Okay, plus 1 I will add to the result. That means 2 tasks we have done. Okay, fine. So after that you can see already there is one worker and one task is already left. So worker strength is 4 and number of pills after giving 5 we will be left with 5. So 10 will be gone. Okay, 5 pills are there and his current energy is 4. And I need 20 units of energy. So there is any way in which I can increase the energy 4 to 20 with the help of these 5 pills? No. Obviously, if I give all the pills to the third worker, then his energy will be 9, which will be obviously less than 20. That means I cannot do the work. But with the help of all these pills also. So that means I can maximum do how many works here? Maximum I can do 2 works. Two tasks I can do. Okay, this is one of the way, guys. Now there is another way in which I can do the same 2 tasks. What I can do alternatively, they have given itself alternatively. He can give 10 pills to worker 3. What it will do? He will give 10 pills to worker 3. That means his energy is 4. Now his energy will become 14. Okay, so worker 3 and assign him task 3. So basically task 3 he will give. So the task 3 means okay, so this will be done, and obviously this he can do, and after that again this will be assigned as it is. So basically he can do maximum 2 tasks itself. So that is for sure. Okay, fine. Now our condition, our task is to find out how many tasks can be done. So this is one of the example, guys, and I just said that you should know all these things like, okay, so K represents number of magical pills. Please note these things or else you will not be able to understand. K represents number of magical pills. So you just take a paper and pen. After that you just note all those things. K, B, N, W, M and S. Building a logic is very important, guys. You have to do this. Okay. K represents number of magical pills. After that B represents an integer denoting the amount of strength that will be increased by taking a pill. So by taking one pill, how much energy will be increased? That is represented by B. After that N represents the number of workers. So N represents how many workers are there. W represents array of integers denoting the strength of workers. So N will represent how many workers are there. W represents what is the strength of all those N workers. So W is basically array. Here you can see they are given array. Now M represents the number of tasks. It will give how many tasks are there. And S represents the array of integers denoting the strength required to do a particular task. So these are the descriptions of the variables which we are going to use. Okay, fine. I understood this one completely. Now it's time to understand the second case, or I can say most important phase. So input output format, don't worry about these things, guys, because this will be this will be given by the editor itself, so there is no need for us to worry. So you can see here the first line contains test case T, and after that this will denote how many test cases are there. So that is given by editor, don't worry, you just need to write your code inside one function. That also I will show you, and obviously all those things K, B, so all those description again they are given. So that's why the problem is of 6 and 7 pages. Okay, output format, for each test case a new line print the answer representing the maximum number of test cases, and these are the constraints where test case should be between 1 and 100, the K value should be 1 to 10 to the power 5. That means all the test cases, all the possible ways in which input can be given, you have to satisfy the output. So that is the thing, guys. And now coming to the next slide, here you can see the constraints again, K, B, N, M, W, I, S, I, and here the second test case is given. So here what these things are, basically this represents number of test cases, then represents K and B value, number of pills are 2. By taking one pill you are getting one unit of energy. After that this is basically number of workers. After that worker strength, number of tasks, and strength required to do a task, and for this the expected output is 2. So I will test for the same conditions, don't worry, and I will show you how I am getting the output. And after that, so the first line contains number of test cases T equal to 1. All those things explanation they have given, guys. Again, if you want you can read. And the first test case, okay, so the first test case what they have given is K is equal to 2, B is equal to 1, N is equal to 2, W is equal to 3, 2, M is equal to 2, and 2, 3. So here what I will be doing is first task can be given to second worker. First task means it requires strength energy of 2, and second worker is having energy 2, that means I will assign if it is equal. Okay, fine, first task is done by worker 2. After that, what I can do, second task can be given to first worker. Second task requires only 3 units of energy, and the first worker is having 3 units of energy, so second task also done. Now tasks are complete, and there is no task to do, guys. So at that moment there is no need to use pills, because there is no, there is no work to do, so why you need extra energy? That's simple common sense, right? So therefore the maximum number of tasks that can be assigned is 2. So basically 2 tasks can be done. So this is the straightforward meaning. After that, your code should be able to okay, so they are giving time limit is 1 second, guys. Within 1 second I have to get the output, so yes, obviously we'll be getting. Fine. So after that, they will be giving this inbuilt like this, they will be giving to take the input. So all those things whatever I said, k, b, n, w, m, s, all those values they will be giving with the help of this thing. So buffer input, after that t value they will give, after that k it will take, then b, then n, then array, and then w, then wi. So all those things are given by the editor. You need not to worry about any of those things. Okay, after that the same thing is right over here. Okay, fine. Now comes the actual question for you guys. So you have to complete this question. The what I can say, this is a okay, the defined function, guys. Okay, static function whose return type is integer type. Its name is sol, and it has got these parameters. It will take these parameters: int k, int b, int n, int m, then int m, int n, s, and result. So I have to store the result inside this result variable and return the result. So this is the complete question, guys. Okay, so this is the complete question which I just wanted to explain. And before going to the actual code, I just want to explain the theory part of this one. How I'm implementing this one. So just I will write the things, guys. K, what is k, guys? K is number of magical pills. K is number of magical pills. After that, B is amount of strength for one pill. Okay, so after that, N is number of workers. After that, I just want to make the logic clear, so that's why I'm writing. So W is basically, I will take it as array 1, that is the worker array. So strength of each worker. Okay, fine. After that, M represents number of tasks, how many tasks are there. After that, S represents basically array, so I will take it as array 2, and this is strength required to do one task, particular task. So strength required to do a task. Okay, so these are the things, guys. Fine. So now in my example, what I'm having is basically, so for my example, k value is equal to how much? K value is 10. That means there are totally 10 pills. After that, each pill is having energy unit of 1. After that, there are 3 workers. Whatever test case they have given, I am writing the same. So after that, array 1 is equal to, that means the worker array. The strength of the workers are 10. After that, 5. After that, 4. Okay, fine. After that, array 2, that is the strength required to, before that I will be having another one, that is number of tasks. Okay, so after that I will be having this thing, that is how much strength. To do first task I need 15 units, then 4 units, and then 20 units. So this is how the array will look like, guys. Okay, so now what will be our approach? Okay, fine. So see here, guys, what I will be doing, first I will basically, you see, first whenever there is one worker whose strength is equal to the amount of energy required, then obviously you have to assign the work to the first guy, that the same guy itself. Then again check to the second guy, then third guy and fourth guy. And obviously if there is no the amount of energy is not matching with anyone, then you have to give the pills to increase the energy so that he can do the work. So basically first I need to sort the arrays so that whatever the workers whose strength is less will be at the beginning, and the task which needs less energy will be at the beginning. So first I will convert array 1 equal to something like this. After sorting I will be getting 4, 5 and 10. This is after sorting whatever I will be getting. So first step is to sort both the arrays. I will sort, and array 2 is equal to obviously this is 4, after that 15, after that 20. Okay, so obviously the output for this will be 2, as we have already seen the test case. Now what I will be doing is basically, guys, see this properly, see. So what I will do, I will use one for loop, this one for, and for another for loop for second one. So I will compare each. First I will take this 4, I will compare with each and every element here. So if this element is matching with the energy required, I mean if the worker energy is matching with the amount of energy needed, then I will add result equal to, result is increased by 1. So result equal to result plus 1 I will do here. That means one task is done, and after doing this task I have to make it as 0, because once the task is 0, then amount of energy needed will be 0. Obviously the task is done means its value should be 0, and after that I need to change this one as well. That means after doing a particular job where I have lost 4 units of energy, that means obviously my energy will be going to 0, for this particular worker. So that I will do. Suppose this doesn't match with the first worker. Okay, so 4 is not equal to 4. Just assume. Okay, assumption is very important. Now it will go to the second worker. It will check whether 4 is equal to 15. No, 4 is not equal to 15. Okay, now what I have to do? So if 4 is not equal to 15, then I need to find out how much minimum pills should be given to 4 in such a way that he should be able to do the particular task 15. That means my current strength is 4 and the amount of strength required to do the task is 15. So if I do 15 minus 4, so how much it will be? It is 11. Okay, so it is 11, and I should give 11 units of energy to the worker 4 in order to do the task. But note that in this case I am having only 10 pills, and each pill will give only 1 unit energy. So if I give all the pills to this fourth worker, then also I will not be able to give 11 units because I don't have 11 units. So obviously the fourth worker cannot do the 15 task. Okay, so this task cannot be done by him. After that, if 15 units is not able to possible, then obviously 20 is not able to do, because this is greater than this one. Okay, fine. So after that, what I will do? Okay, so now I have checked for all these things. Now I will go to the second element. Okay, I will check. So this is already 0, guys. This has gone because I have done with the first worker, and also this is also gone now. I have replaced by 0. In program I will do. So now I have taken the 5, and here what I will be doing is basically I will check. 5 is equal to 15? No. Then I will do 15 minus 5 I will do, which is equal to 10, and I will check whether I can give 10 to the particular 5. So yes, I can give 10 because I have got 10 pills here. So I will use another for loop. So another for loop means I will use only 1 pill, and after that I will check whether it is equal to 10. Okay, so I will use 3 for loops totally. One for this outer array, second one this for inner array. After that, one for checking how much pills should be given. Minimum number of pills you should give, because to do a particular task only 15 units of energy is required. If you give all the pills and if that energy exceeds, then it will be wasted, because one task can be done by only one worker. So that you should take care, and that third loop is very important. I will explain it while writing the code. Okay, so now I have given 10 pills to this guy, and the task is done. So this is also deleted, and his energy was 15, and that is also deleted, and number of pills will be changed to 0 because I have given 10 pills. Okay, so now there is another task which is 20, and I am having a worker with energy 10. Obviously he will not be able to do the task because his energy level is less than the required energy level. So, and I don't have any pills to give him, so maximum I can do how much tasks here? So 2. So that's why the output is 2 for the condition. So this is how I will be writing the code, guys. Basically 3 for loops, and each for loop will be running from starting to ending of the array. Okay, so once you understood this one, it will be obviously easy for you to understand the code. Okay guys, so let me just start from the first, and as I said, I will be explaining each and everything to you. Okay, so first what I have done is basically taken the 3 to case here. So whatever test case which is over here. Okay, so k equal to 2, b equal to 1, n equal to 2, w equal to 3 2, m equal to 2, s equal to 2 3. So this test case only I have taken, and if I run this code, then I should be able to see the output, and it is within 1 second. Obviously it was within 1 minute only. Yes, so yes, it was 2. Okay, basically I got 2, and yes, you can see here the first test case given k equal to, the output should be equal to 2. Here you can see the output is 2, and that means my test case is passing. Okay, fine, my test case is passing, all those things are okay, but now I have to explain you the code. So see here, this is the code, guys, and if you want to copy this code, then you can visit our website. For that, description, link will be there in the description, just you can check out. Okay, fine. So I will write the array once here, guys, so that you can understand. Okay, so let me just see, it is 3 2 and 2 3. Okay, so I'm having one array 3 2 and another array 2 3. Number of pills k equal to, how much pills are there, I have to see. Number of pills are 2, and each energy level is 1. So number of pills are 2, and each energy level is basically, this is b, guys, and it is equal to 1. That means by taking one pill, I have got 1 unit of energy. Okay, fine. So this is the worker array, and this is the task array. Okay, so what I will be doing is basically first import these two lines. Actually not needed to write in the actual exam, guys. Just I am having one package. I will be storing all the off-campus questions in this problem, arrays.problem. So that's how I have written. And after that, java.import.util. So all libraries I have imported. After that, this is the main class, and it is starting over here. So these elements I am taking k, then b, then n, then array 1, then m. Okay, so then array 2, then result, and after that I am sorting them here, array 1 dot sort, array 2 dot sort. So these are the things already explained. Now coming to the core logic. Okay, so now I'll just come to the core logic over here. Okay, so these are overlapping, I think, and yes, I don't know whether I'll be able to erase. Yes, I can erase, guys. Okay, so I'll just erase this much only. Let me just erase. So I just don't want to mess up the things, guys, so that's why I'm erasing these things. Okay, yes, done. Come. Okay, fine. Now I'm done with erasing the things. Okay, fine. See here, guys, the first loop is basically here, and it is to iterate through the elements, that is 3 and 2, whose index values basically I have taken from the 0 itself. So 0 and 1. So these also having 0 and 1. To start with 0 and end with 1, I have to run the loop for 0 and array dot length minus 1 less than. Okay, after that for int j is equal to 0, array 2 to run on these loops. Okay, so as I said, what I will be doing is I will take the first element. After that, obviously I have sorted them. So after sorting, I will be having 2 and I will be having 3. After that, here also I will be having 2, and here also I will be having 3. Okay, fine. So if I take this example, it is pretty much easy to analyze, guys, but I don't think so it will be, you can understand by taking this example. So that's why I would like to go with another example just we have seen. So we are having 10. After that, okay, so I will take the directly sorted array, guys, because there is no space here to write all those things. I mean, directly sorted array I will take 4, okay, after that 5, after that 10. So this is the worker array after sorting. And energy levels I have taken 4, then 15, then 12, and then number of pills are 10, and for each pill the energy level is how much? B is equal to 1. So by taking one pill I will be getting 1 unit of energy. Fine. So what I will do, this is W array and this is task array. Fine. So I will come to this element, and after that, if array 1 of I is equal to array 2 of j, so what I will do, I will just compare. If array 1 of I, sorry, I have to take a circle and in this color obviously. If array 1 of I is equal to array 2 of j, so array 2 of j means it is comparing with this one. If it is equal, that means the task can be done. Then increment the count by 1. So I have incremented the count, I mean result. So what task is done? After that I have to after the doing work of 4 units of energy, it will be losing 4 units here. So then I have to modify this one, right? So array 1 of I is replaced by, that is 4 is replaced by array 2 of j, that is 4 minus array 1 of I, that is 4 minus 4. Basically it will be going to 0, but I don't want to make it static, so I will return dynamically. So by doing a task of 4, obviously your energy will go to 0. So that is this task energy minus the current task will go to, this task energy minus the current task will go to 0. So this will make sure that it will be updated to 0. That means the worker has done the 4 units of energy and now his strength is gone to 0. So this I have updated. After that array 2 of j equal to 0. So this I have to update to 0, because once the task is done, then the amount of energy needed will be 0. So that's why I will update this one also. Okay, fine. If it is true, then it will update these things. Okay. Now after doing this thing, what it will do, it will go and increment the inner for loop, guys, j++, and obviously it will check for other things as well and whose energy level is less than yes. So after that, now what it will do, go to the next condition. Go to next condition, like here. Obviously I have to take this one again. Okay, 5. Now it will take 5 when I is equal to 1. So 5 means it will check whether array of 5 is equal to array of j. Whether 5 is equal to, obviously this will become 0. So 5 is equal to 0. No, it is not equal. Then it will go here. Then it will check whether 5 is equal to 15. Yes, so it will check 5 is equal to 15. No, 5 is not equal to 15. So it will check. After that, it will go to the else loop here, guys. So this is very important, else loop. Okay. So after that, it will go over here and it will check whether I can give how much of energy. Like here it will say from z equal to 1 to z is less than or equal to k, z plus. Basically this loop is required because you have to give only minimum amount of energy that should be required. Basically to do a particular task 10 units is required and one worker is having 8 units of energy, then you should give only 2 units of energy to him. But if without checking, if you are given 10 units, then another 8 units will be failed because only 2 units will be utilized. So in order to do that one, I am taking this for loop where it will be running from 1 to up to number of pills. So up to k it will be running and it will calculate each and every time. So what it does is basically amount of strength which will be getting by taking one pill, that is B into Z. Z is starting from 1. So it will check whether by giving one pill the energy difference. Obviously 5 is not equal to 15. That means in order to do this work, how much energy is required? 15 minus 5, which is equal to 10 units of energy is required. So it will check by giving one pill. Obviously if the amount of strength which will be getting by taking one pill is equal to 2, then I could have given only 5 pills, right? So here in this case it is 1. So it will check whether B into Z is equal to array 2 of J, that is 15 minus array 1 of I, that is 5. So 15 minus 5 is 10. So whether 1 into 1 is equal to 5, 10, no, it is not equal. So if it is not equal, then again it will increment the Z. It will not execute any of these things. They are inside if. Okay, so until and unless it will equal to. So at the 10th iteration, it will be equal. That means b into 10 is equal to array of 2, 15 minus 10, and 10, 10 will go equal. So once it goes equal, then it means that I can do the work. So you can do the work means you have to update here. Array 1 of I is equal to array 1 of I plus b star z. That means for this 15 I have to add 10, right? So that I am doing here. Array 1 of I equal to array 1 of I, that is 5 plus 10. So b star z will be 10 in this case. So the energy is updated to 15. After that I have to drop this. How many 10 I have used. That means I have to go make it as 0. So that I am doing here, k equal to k minus z. So k is 10, 10 minus z value will be 10. So k will go to 0. So this is also okay. After that I have to increase the result by 1 because I am doing one task here. So result is result plus 1. After that I have to here I have to subtract these things. Array 1 of I equal to array 1 of I minus array 2 of I. So whatever the strength is required, that is 15 units, and this whatever 15 we have uploaded, so that I am subtracting. That means obviously this will go to again 0 because I have lost 15 units and I have done a work of 15. So this is also will go to 0. Okay, so and array 2 of j is equal to 0. That means I am 15 is also converted to 0. So after that it will check. Okay, so after that it will go to the next element, that is 10, and it is equal to 0, no, it is equal to 0, no. Then after that it will check it is equal to 20, and in order to do a task I need 10 more pills, but the pills are not there, so it will not do this work, and obviously it will come out of the loop. So this is how the array will be operating, and I hope you understand it properly. Okay, so after that I am just closing all these loops and returning the result here. So for this test case, as you know guys, the output will be 2. Okay, so I'll just write okay, so number of tasks can be done is, okay, so this much task we can do. So if I save and run, obviously you can see the output over here, that is 2. Okay guys, fine. Now I will show you the another test case. Another test case is over here. So it was somewhere over here. Okay, I think here. Yes. So this was the test case guys. Okay, so they have given like this, and I'll just change those things. K equal to 10. Okay, so I have written over here, so I will just directly change. You can pause the video and see. K is equal to 10, after that B is equal to 1, after that N is equal to 3 mass. There are 3 workers and whose energy levels are obviously 1 is 10. After that I have traced this one already, but I will just showing you again. So M is equal to 3 they have given. After that energy levels are how much guys? First one is 15, after that 4, after that 20. So these are the energy levels. Rest nothing I will change. I'll just save this one. I will just change the input data, and here you can see the number of tasks can be done is 2. So basically the output for this was already, we have seen the output for this one is also 2. That means the number of ways in which and the maximum number of tasks which can be done is 2. So here you can see there is no way other. So maximum 2 tasks can be done. That means 2 is the output. So this is also giving the same thing, and both the test cases I have shown you. So this is how easily you can solve. In fact, I don't say easily. So this is the way in which you should approach and you should analyze the problem. First, try to build the logic. After building a logic, writing loops and iterating through the loops and doing the proper modification. So here you can see everything is changing dynamically. So this is called as dynamic programming, guys. So it is pretty much like it will take some time, but once you are done with, you need to have practice, guys. If you do more and more kind of problems, and if you watch more and more kind of problems. And believe me, I have not solved this in 10-15 minutes. Okay, I have taken half an hour of time to analyze the question. After that, I have built the logic, and writing the program was easy, guys. So once you build the logic, writing is very easy. So I have written within 5 minutes, but to build the logic, it took me half an hour. Okay, so obviously, so it will take time for you also, and you have to digest this one properly. So then only you will be able to solve the upcoming problems. Okay guys, so that's it in this video guys, and already I'll just show you, I already solved another question. So this in this playlist guys, I already solved some 50-60 questions which are actually asked in the off-campus interviews only. So if you have not seen that problem, then you can see. So dynamic programming, you can see assignment.hacker.com. So this was the same question, the first question in the same test, that is count buildings. And obviously this was also very interesting problem guys, of 6 pages, and for that also I already written the code, and this is the code. So for this I already made one video, and link will be there in the description as I already told. So that's it in this video guys, and I hope you enjoyed this video. So if you like, please leave a thumb, and if you say some words for me, then it will be fantastic for me guys, and good support for me as well. So that's it in this video guys. See you in the next one. Thank you, thanks for watching. Have a nice day ahead.